Hello, housemates, and welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines on the River Lethe. Today, we are in Hollywood. As soon as we got out of the taxi in Hollywood, we were accosted by some goon who told us to go see Isaac Abrams, I think is his last name. We were going to do that anyway, so yeah, don't mind being ordered around. Remember, we are in Hollywood because the traitorous sewer rat Gary apparently tipped off someone to the location of the Uncaran sarcophagus. And so, well, LaCroix yelled at us for not getting it back. And then he told us not to come back until we dealt with Gary, whatever that means. So here we are. Hollywood's a pretty big new area. Lots of stuff to do. Lots of side quests, importantly. Lots of story stuff. And the main quest, the errands we have to do in order to go on to the main quest and proceed, have some really interesting and also disturbing stuff in them. So I will warn you ahead of time, one of the missions is pretty grim, and yeah, might make you a bit queasy if you're easily disturbed. But first, a chat with the Baron, Isaac Abrams, or Isaac something. What's your name?
Good evening, Neonate.
Yes, Isaac
Abrams. I've been expecting you. Seems the wooden soldiers of the Camarilla shuffling a little too often these nights. That baby-faced two-bit Prince LaCroix got something to say to me?
No. I'm looking for the Nosferatu.
So, you've come to barter information with the sewer rats.
Yep.
LaCroix must really be desperate to be stooped to consorting with their kind, and asking for my help of all peoples.
Any idea where I can find them?
Perhaps. However, before we discuss how I might help you, there is the matter of tribute.
I don't like where this conversation is headed.
Call me old-fashioned, but this is my
you're
barony, and as is tradition, a token of respect must be paid.
I see. So, what do you want?
What I want is a simple exchange.
No, it's never simple.
Last week I paid for a certain item, a movie, and this evening I got an email saying that the seller is ready to deliver it. Unfortunately, he's become a bit paranoid all of a sudden. Won't meet me in person, won't drop it off, won't even answer his phone. Says he'll send the location of the pickup to a computer in the nearby internet cafe.
Internet cafes.
See where I'm going with this?
Yeah. You want me to make the pickup. That's easy enough.
Go to the Ground Zero Internet Cafe. Look for a directory named Joseph K. and use the password Kafka. There'll be an email in there that will specify a nearby location. Meet the contact, pick up the item, come back. Not too painful, right?
So the password is Kafka, and you know it will become apparent, at least to those of you who are familiar with any Kafka, why that's the password as we get into the later part of this quest. I'll do it, but I have some questions first.
There'll be plenty of time for questions later. I'll explain everything when you get back.
All right, fine. There it better be. Package delivery. Pfft, never done that before. I'm gone.
Excellent. In the meantime, consider yourself a welcome guest in my barony.
All right.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Whatever, dude. All right, so we have to go pick up a videotape. Vampires really are old-fashioned. They're still using VHS. So there will be a quest here at some point. Oh, right.
Oh my gosh, is that you?
No,
Everyone was
it's
worried
not
sick
me.
About you. When you didn't show up and didn't call and nobody knew anything about what happened to you, we thought
I forgot
you were
about
dead.
this.
Are you okay? You know what? Never mind. We have to help you.
Who are you?
It's me, Samantha. Don't you? Did you suffer amnesia? Is that it?
Yes, amnesia.
Let me make a call.
No.
We'll get everybody
No,
together.
don't call
We can
anyone.
talk. Maybe you'll remember
I'm dead.
something. The important thing is that they know that you're alive.
So this is a really interesting interaction. This is the first time that someone from your old life recognizes you in the game, and you know, that's something that you'd obviously have to deal with unless you totally moved away from where you had originally lived. And we have not. We lived, I mean, we don't know anything about our life before being a vampire as this character. You're free to make it up. The only thing we might know is that we graphed on with those little histories that were restored in this mod. But it would be a real problem if, you know, this were the kind of thing that would happen. You'd have to avoid people who might know you because, you know, you've either been presumably dead or you've just been in hiding for a while. Either way, questions will be asked. And of course, those kind of questions can lead to Masquerade violations and all that kind of badness. So you need to be able to deal with these sort of people. What I'm going to try and do is use my persuasion. I think it's high enough. And that's another reason to keep your persuasion high right before you go into a new area, is that there might be things which you can't help but trigger that you need to deal with. Obviously, if you had domination as a Ventru or dementation as a Malkavian, that could get you out of this bind, provided you had blood points. Otherwise, you have to rely on persuasion. So, I think you've made a mistake. I just moved here. I don't know you.
Come on, this is serious. I know it's you. Don't you recognize me? It's me. It's Samantha. What happened to you?
Honestly, Samantha, I'm not him, okay? You understand?
It is you. I don't think you know what you're
Oh,
saying.
God damn it.
We're
Didn't
gonna
work.
help you. You'll see. Everybody just wants to see you safe and back to your old self. Wait here. I'm gonna make a call. It's gonna be okay.
Well, shit. I suppose... Okay, we haven't gotten a Masquerade violation yet. I suppose what we can do, she's gonna go to this phone, yeah? Right, we can trans her. Okay, I got a Masquerade redemption. Okay, maybe that was enough. We transed her, maybe she's just gonna forget what's going on. So what I was going to say is that there's a, okay, good, she stopped going to the phone. There's a side quest that'll show up here in a little while. There's a side quest that's going to involve the Hollywood Theater, which, incidentally, will also have a different outcome specifically for us as a Tremere. There's a lot of stuff in the Lucky Star Hotel. You might remember that name from the Mud Hunt quest that Mike Durbin, who we've been looking for, absconded to the Lucky Star Hotel. So we're going to check this out. We have to talk to him at some point. Oh yeah, that's for another side quest. There's tons of side quests in this area. It's a lot of fun.
You've turned into the Deb of Night. Nobody to fall asleep next to you?
All right, nice sleazy motel here.
And hey, why don't you call me sometime?
Difficulty of 8. Let's see. Our lockpick is 5. We'll get 2 more from dexterity, which should put us at 7 rather than 8. We could spend our points to get more security. Why not? There's lots of points coming yet. All right, so blood buff. There we go. I'm in. Easter eggs? What? Open doors here often to the werewolf in the sky. In the end, the ending, you'll manage to pass by. What? Okay, this is some sort of like secret something that we found, which is weird. Alright, well, that's interesting. I think I know what it's talking about because, you know, I've seen the various endings of the game, but it may be something new. Remember, that whole maze area in Grout's mansion was entirely new to me. So there are substantial additions or restorations that go on. So I think I know what it's talking about, but I'm not exactly sure. You can see that was only, we were only able to get that by having a pretty substantial lockpick score. Some pills on the floor in here. That one we can't get into without a key card.
Oh, God.
Oh.
My work is done.
Alright, well that guy just jumped through the bathroom window after killing this dude. So, in case you're not clear on what just happened there, we found a business card from Brothers Salvage in Santa Monica at the last murder scene. So what just happened there is that was Mike Durbin, who just got killed by someone whom we've been assured by various people is most likely a vampire. Remember, he's the one who like grew claws and whatnot, terrified that homeless dude back in downtown by killing Mike Durbin's partner. If you've been paying attention, you'll probably recognize that voice and that model, and you'll know that we've already met the killer before. It will become clear once you see him again. We can go back and do that at any time. It's a side quest. We can go to Santa Monica. So that last Masquerade redemption we got for stopping the person from our past life from calling on the telephone, we didn't actually need. But we couldn't help but do it right then. We can save up the last part of this serial killer side quest because you can get a Masquerade redemption from that as well.
The moon is out, everyone's in
So that's
dreamland,
it can really be helpful to know ahead of time what some of the rewards for the quests are, because it can let you get humanity back, get Masquerade redemptions, and all that kind of stuff.
Area code 323
Stop.
KL5
Oh.
GTRK.
Welcome
Looks like
to Red
somebody's
Spot,
been waiting
home
in
of
the
the
queue
monster
quite a while
truck.
to speak to you,
72
Charlie.
ounces of your favorite
So,
beverage
caller,
for
why
89
aren't you
cents.
asleep?
Blah, blah. You need help or something?
Insects.
You hear
As
anything
in
new
you have
about
an
the
insect
serial killer?
farm? Or tripping crickets are keeping
This isn't
you
going
up,
to turn out to
or
be ironic,
you have nightmares
is
about
it?
them.
You're
Tell
not
me.
like a serial killer, are you?
Don't you know? When you fall asleep, it can
No.
crawl into your mouth
What
or
else
your
is going
ears
on around
or
here?
your
Anything
nose.
interesting?
You can't
Always.
prevent it if you're
You should
asleep.
come out and see my band, A Bowl of Cereal.
He
What
bowl
can you
of
do?
Playing tomorrow
cereal.
night.
Are there any
Crematorium.
scientists
That's a
out there
stupid
listening
name
to
for a
us?
$5 to
band.
drink in. We're
I
going
read
to ruin
something,
the place.
I don't know where. but
Interesting.
do you know
Anything
the
else I
average
should know
person
about?
eats several pounds of
Yeah,
insects
the
a year?
Vesuvius
The
rocks.
majority of that weight is
They don't let
composed
me
of
in
roaches,
anymore, but
ants,
damn,
and
the girls
spiders.
in there, dude.
Just knowing
It's
that
like
as soon as you
midget
close your
smuggling
eyes,
in there.
a big fat
Great.
centipede is going to drop into your
Maybe
mouth
I'll
and
check it
crawl
out.
down your throat.
Hey, you know, you should
do it.
really
I
ask me
never
about
sleep
the
at
special,
night.
you know?
You know, they voluntarily eat
Okay,
insects in some
I'll bite.
countries.
What's
Yeah,
the special?
well, those
I'm
countries
glad you
probably
asked
need
that, bro.
Jesus.
Seeing as
So
how you
you
look
never sleep at
trustworthy or
night.
something,
I assume you do
I got
sleep,
this special
right?
where you buy some really
sleep at work.
expensive burrito
And
tots
what
or
exactly do you
grateful
do?
juice.
I'm a
You
middle
get a
school
free
teacher.
weapon in your chest,
That would
bro.
explain why my
What?
nephew invested
So
that
this
20
dude
I
just
sent
like
him for
out
his
of nowhere
birthday
said,
on a magic
"Oh yeah,
canvas.
buy some really
That's always good to
expensive
know the future of our
burrito
country
tots
is
and I'll give you a
in their hands,
gun for free."
Oh boy.
You're running
Let's
some
see
sort
who
of
else we got.
really obvious
Caller,
illegal
what do
weapons
you do
ring
for a
out of your
I'm Roger.
convenience store
Okay,
here.
and what do
Wait,
you do?
you're selling
Roger?
weapons out of a convenience store?
So,
Yo,
have you
keep it
written
down.
any movies I might have seen?
It's just my side gig, you know?
any
New
screenplay
Hampshire
yet.
lap
I
dances
see.
don't pay for
So,
themselves,
have you done
dude.
any other kinds of writing?
All right, show me what you've got.
Outlines right now, but I got
So,
really good ideas for some
we can get a
stories
sledgehammer.
crawling around the old noggin.
There is a reason
So,
to buy
if
the
you
sledgehammer,
haven't really written
so we
anything,
will.
how can you call yourself a
We
writer?
get some
Because I once
light
fixed my
leather, so these are
toilet
new
doesn't make me
clothes.
a
They
plumber,
result
right?
in a -1 penalty
Is there
of
anyone
dexterity,
in this
so
city
you need
that
to
doesn't
keep
call
that in
themselves a
mind
writer
for
or
the
actor or
purposes of
director?
sneaking and
Don't you think you're doing a disservice to those who
lockpicking and
actually
that kind
make
of
their
stuff.
living in those art
We're gonna buy it
forms
anyway.
by deeming
Get some
yourself
new
something
clothes
you're
up in
not,
here.
or not even trained to do?
Is there anything
I think I'm pretty
we can
good at knowing what's good writing
sell?
and bad writing.
Well, wouldn't that make you a critic? Let's see if anyone else agrees. Line
Sell
2.
this watch.
Are you ready for a menage a trois?
Sure thing, Deb.
And would you please state what you
All
do
right.
for a living?
I'm a personal assistant for a producer at Parasite Studios.
All right, let's get out. So that was the radio show in the background. Remember, the radio show changes after you move past certain plot points. So if you want to listen to it, it's pretty interesting. Let's change our clothes right in the middle of the street. That'll be great. Alright, so we've got armor rating +2, but now dexterity -1. And yes, I forgot, this leather jacket has the same patterns as my original awesome shirt. Oh, I'm so glad I bought this. Oh yeah, this phone just rings forever until you get to a different quest thing. Alright, so here's Ground Zero, the internet cafe into which you're supposed to go. You can hack a bunch of computers in here. Let's see. Email. Alright, my hack skill is not enough. Needs to be at 5. I can easily get that with Auspex. Remember, Auspex you can use no matter what its level in public all the time because it is subtle. And now I shall be able to check this email. Hi, I am Ayako. Let's English practice. Your homestay, how is it? America must be so coolest. You are in Hollywood? Are you in movie? Love, Ayako. Present Kenta and I ate okonomiyaki of Yokohama. That extremities was tasty. What is eaten in America? Does they eat the Japanese food? I must investigate. Bye-bye, Ayako. Someone's having a pen pal here. Are Americans have long legs? Are you date American boy? Is the image sent? It is happy. This weekend I go to the hot spring where my family has been attached. I am excited very. When we are the child is Yuki, which is the friend to us remembered. She is also inquire about thing in America. Is the pleasant time past? Send many images due to me. So that was that. I believe that name Yuki is something that we'll see again later for a character that shows up, if I remember correctly. I feel like there's a book around here somewhere. We should probably just keep using our Auspex. We can see the auras of people in the background, which is pretty cool. Dude, my Prussians totally rushed your Franks last night in Eurocraft. Playing tonight? Also, that girl that sits next to me in science talked to me today. She totally wants me to do her. No, dude, your mom. Your mom? Psych, your mom. What are you doing tonight? What are you doing to me, Tupacula? I said cover me, not die like a little bitch. One more foo bar and you're out of the clan. I just straight snatched the new Troika game. If you hacksaw the code, you can unlock Clan Chocula. So that's Troika is the maker of this game, and you know, sort of alleged that there's a secret Count Chocula clan, which is not true. But yeah. All right. More computers. This is the one we're looking for. Remember the password is Kafka. Meet me in the alley behind Fastbuck. Virus. Okay. Another computer. This is a database. We'll come back to this later for a side quest. I could have sworn that there was some book in here that I could take. Hey, get out of my way, jackass. We will also be back to this location later for this quest, again, that we're on. Alright, so we know where to meet the dude now. Behind Fastbuck. I think that's this way. Yes, there it is. There's Vesuvius, the guy talked about. It's a strip club. Here's an adult video store and sex toy place. Here's our contact.
Yeah? What do you want?
Are you the guy with the tape? Isaac sent me.
Yeah? I mean, what? Who the hell is Isaac? I don't know anyone named Isaac. Get lost, pal.
Come on. I know about the tape. Just give it to me and you can go.
Tape? What tape? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Listen, everything's cool. Tell me what you're so scared about.
All right. Sorry. It's just that... I mean, something is... I just want out of this whole thing. I don't want anything to do with that damn tape.
Why? What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, when it comes to video, I've seen everything. And I do mean everything. But this thing, it's sick. It can't be real, but it is. I know it. It's real, and it scares the hell out of me.
Really? It's that bad?
Oh, you have no idea. It's disgusting. That girl, the things that are happening to her. It just ain't right, man. It just ain't right. No. Something's wrong. Something's after me. I swear to God, something's after me.
What are you talking about?
Every place I go, wherever I look, I see things. In the shadows. My phone rings, I hear something breathing on the other end, and... Shit. I'm out, man. I'm out of this whole thing.
All right. Just give me the tape.
I don't have it. I stashed it someplace. Look, you need to find Ginger's swans. Huh? What the hell was that? Shit. Did you see that?
See what?
I'm getting the fuck out of here. What the... Oh, Christ!
Alright, so he's disappeared. So, this tape apparently contains some real nasty things that are happening on it. Let's see. So we have to go back to Isaac and be all like, dude, there's no video. This guy was all like freaked out and whatnot. Yeah. So as usual, nothing is as simple as we are told. I really like this background music.
You made good time. Hand me the item.
He didn't have it.
Did he at least make a good excuse?
He muttered something about... Oh, he said his life was in danger. Turned out he was right.
You didn't.
No. Before he died, he said something about ginger swans?
Ginger Swan. Not an animal. A name. Brings back a lot of memories. 70 years ago, wasn't a man in this city that wouldn't have given up his family, career, or anything else for one night with her.
Well, where do I find her?
That depends. You believe in an afterlife?
Isn't
Ginger
this an
Swan's
afterlife?
been dead since the 50s. 20 years after, there were still grown men weeping at her grave. I don't know how she's relevant, but I have faith you will figure it out.
Ah, great. A dead actress. Right. This makes complete sense. Alright, so we have to go and deal with that. Before we do that, I want to go back downtown, and I want to talk to Maximilian Strauss. I want to see if we can get into the special sort of storyline thing for him for the Tremere. So every clan can get the quest that I'm thinking about, but there's a unique reward for being Tremere when you get it. It's you get to live in the Chantry, so you can get out of that shithole apartment.
Going somewhere?
Yes, I am. Let's go to downtown. We could also go back, as I said, to Santa Monica and check out the, that's the wrong way, check out the junkyard, the salvage yard with the serial killer dude in it. The way that I want to resolve that quest requires really high persuasion, if I remember correctly, so I'm going to save that for some time. There's still a lot of game left and a lot of XP to gather. I don't know if this quest will be available quite yet. It may be that we have to wait some time.
Hello, neonates. How can I be of assistance?
Give a few minutes.
Of course. What is it you would like to know? Surely. What else would you like to know?
No.
Of course.
Yep, looks like it's not available yet. I don't think we have anything downtown. Yeah. Nothing that we can do until we advance the Hollywood stuff a bit more. We're gonna go back to Santa Monica, not to do the salvage yard thing, but to go to our apartment. There are a couple of quests that you get just through getting emails and seeing them, like the werewolf blood quest from the first act. And we can see if Heather has tricked any more people into our house that we have to deal with. You saw last time the dialogue option. I can have her change her appearance. The other appearances that are available, she can look like a goth chick and a stripper. I think that's it. I guess we could look at them. I prefer her normal look for the most part. The other ones are just kind of a bit strange. Let's also talk to Mercurio and see if he has any new stuff. Hey, what's
Picked up a Spaz 15
Yeah.
this morning. Cleaned, oiled, and just waiting to put a hole through something. You interested?
So that's a combat shotgun. That's this right here. So you can see its damage potential is fucking 42. Yeah. And with Auspex, we can be pretty good at firearms. So we're gonna sell our regular shotgun and we're gonna buy this one. We're gonna buy some rounds for it. There will come a point in time where we may want to have firearms. It makes some of the like combat type missions where there are just lots of lame minions around a bit easier. As you've seen, even with our blood shield, if we get in the middle of a whole bunch of people, we can get in trouble pretty fast. The Hollywood arc is pretty long. We have to get through this quest dealing with this tape, and then we have to do a whole nother little quest arc.
It's you. Earlier tonight, you weren't following me, were you?
No.
I had this feeling like I was being watched. Maybe it's nothing, but I'm still a little shook up.
So this is another instance in which you can... We've seen like 3 or 4 chances to like free her from servitude. I'm still not going to do it. Somebody you don't know approaches you, shoot them in the head.
If they're after you, yes, I'll do it. I just need to learn how to use a gun first.
Alright, well, you do that.
I will.
Good. Now, come here. I need your blood. So once again, you should only feed on Heather through conversation options, otherwise you can make her permanently, like, not work, in terms of, you won't be able to talk to her again, ever. That's bad news. Alright, I do have an unread email. Yes, and this is about a quest. I have a certain financial interest in a restaurant in Hollywood called the Cavaletti Cafe. I have made an offer on the establishment that is more than generous, but it seems that the owners are remiss to accept. That's not what remiss means. It is my understanding that a renowned food critic named Tommy Flayton will be writing an article about the restaurant very soon. Please intercept him there and make sure that that review is unfavorable. Okay, so that's our little side quest at the place, the restaurant where we got confronted by Samantha from our past. So we had another little interaction with Heather. We got another side quest in Hollywood, so let's go back to Hollywood. I currently only have 5 XP. You can see we're starting to grow in power pretty quickly now. We're picking up artifacts from Pisha and just that are lying around in some of the quest areas. And we're getting lots of XP, getting high level in a number of attributes, skills, and whatnot. So soon the combat gets a little bit rockier and more difficult, as we'll see in this particular quest chain that we're doing about the tape. So let's go deal with this side quest. It's this way. So for this side quest, once again, having persuasion is very helpful. Or again, if you're Ventru or Malkavian, your mental affecting discipline.
More flatbread and olive oil. And take back this Chardonnay and open up a Chianti. Let it breathe for 20 minutes and then bring it out with a ziti. Okay?
I just wanted to...
Wanted to know what? Interrupt me while I'm working? Do you understand that this is an important opening, and I, emphasize I, am going to make or possibly break this restaurant?
Just who exactly are you that you feel you have so much power?
Me, Tommy Flayton, the Food Authority of Los Angeles, food critic for the biggest paper on the West Coast, radio personality for the KTLK, Chower Hour. Maybe if I reviewed more Pancake Huts, you'd know me.
Listen, don't condescend to me, asshole. Okay, I can apparently seduce him. Let's see how that works. I just love your work.
Always good to meet someone with similar tastes.
Interesting. This place is just horrible, don't you agree? We should go somewhere else.
You know, now that you mention it, the gnocchi was a bit cold, and the ravioli might have been store-bought. Also, the decorum's a bit lacking, isn't it? This place is just an overpriced cafeteria. No stars!
No stars!
Now that that business is out of the way, care to join me for a drink? I know this fabulous place over here.
I would rather join you for a drink right now. Alright, so this is a new little addition. So they made him seducible for you as a male character. I think in the way the game was before, you couldn't seduce him at all. And so, I don't know if he'll be a permanent blood doll sitting around there since we used the seduction option or not. But we seduced him into giving the restaurant a bad review, so that completed that side quest pretty quickly and neatly. So now we have to look for Ginger Swan. We need to come back here to do that. There was that one computer that had the celebrity archive on it. And it will tell us she's dead, so I assume, I know that we're going to go find her grave. Is this a book? Yes, this is the book I was looking for. The Cowboy's Guide to Cyberspace Spy Case. Alright, so I assume this is, I think this is Alpha by last name. Swan, Ginger. Swan. Ginger. Nope, spell it right. Alright. She was interred in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery Mausoleum. Okay. So we now know where she is. We got that book. Can we read it? That's not the right book. You need a research skill of 8. Our research skill is 7. And we would need to either increase scholarship, which would take us 12, or intelligence, which will take us 12 as well. So we can't do that right now. And that book gives you extra hacking skill, if I remember correctly. Or it gives you computer knowledge, I should say. Alright, so we need to find the cemetery. Wait, no, it's this way, I think. There is an additional side quest in the cemetery, which is interesting. It's actually also pretty obnoxious. We're not going to do it right now. There's just something lying in the middle of the street here. Oh no, that's weird. Oh, okay, it's just steam. Right, we can't go in through the gates, apparently. We have to go in through this hole in the wall. No, we don't need to. Alright, so here's the Hollywood Cemetery. That little cottage right there is where we can get a side quest. We'll take a look at that later. It's actually relatively difficult to do. I think we might be able to get around it. I know, so this is a female character can get around it by seducing the character that's involved in that side quest. We won't be able to do that. And so we're in here looking for where the dude hid the tape. He hid it in a mausoleum, which is pretty creepy. You know, because if you think you're being followed, I would definitely, like, walk into a mausoleum. Horror tape. A battered video cassette. The labeling is cheap and worn, and you can barely make out Devil Spawn Flesh Feast 1 and the logo, which looks something like DMP. It appears this tape has changed hands more than a few times. Alright, so we found the tape. We can now go back to Isaac. We are actually going to end this episode here, and in the next episode, we will make our way back to Isaac and see what's so horrible about this tape. Hopefully you've enjoyed our excursion into Hollywood. If you have, hit thumbs up on this video. Everything is pretty interesting from here on out, so you should definitely subscribe to my channel so that you can see the next installments of Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodline. If you're not going to like this video, if you're not going to subscribe, then, well, I don't care what you do.